Welcome back, ball hockey fans. Final game, 2025 World Junior Ball Hockey Championships here in the men's U20 division. Canada, the #1 seed, wearing black, taking on the Czech Republic in white. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Chris Makonowitz. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. The referees are ready. I'm ready. And here we go, underway, as Canada takes the opening draw. Expected a good one today to close out what has been a memorable week here in the beautiful city of Poprad, Slovakia. Again, thanks to the Slovak Ball Hockey Union. Such gracious and welcoming hosts for the ISBHF family as Canada dumps that one in down low. Giving chase is Hudson Cummins. Cummins takes control. Redirected on net, just wide. Czech Republic will pick it up. Czech Republic coached by Jaroslav Pavlik, assisted by Peter Kopechny and Miroslav Ruzicka, as Canada gets the intercept. Down low, shot, score! Canada up 1-0, just 34 seconds into the opening period. Take a look here on the replay. Perfect saucer pass onto the stick of Zach LaGrange. Backhand to the forehand, past the Czech netminder Marek Fleischmann. And an early defensive breakdown for the Czech Republic proves costly. Got to be happy for that start if you're Canada. You've heard me say many times during the last 2 weeks, oftentimes these games, they just come down to which team can capitalize when they get their chances. Canada, a fantastic start as they chip it up out of the zone. I believe that's going to be a flooring call, so in the face of a comeback down deep. To the right of the Canadian netminder, Nicholas Muck. Both Fleischmann and Muck, fantastic all week. Can't ask for a better start. Zach LaGrange giving Canada the early lead, 1-0. Referee providing some face-off instructions here. Face-off taken by the Czechs, back to the point, but a little too hot to handle as Canada goes in on the forecheck. Reeves Sakut down there. Stick back behind the net by Fleischmann. Czechs trying to get a breakout play going here. Up along the near boards. Chip it in deep. Centering attempt, nobody there. Going for it is Matthias Kalou for the Czech Republic. Taken up by Matej Pavlicek. Battle now along the boards. Czechs come away with it. Nowhere to go with it for Kalou. Trying to walk it out in front. Centering attempt, wrist shot. Butterfly save, Muck. Rebound cleared out of danger as Canada gonna get a couple of fresh legs out. Jake Mallory in on the forecheck for Canada. There's a chance of Cheshi breakout. Back down deep into the Canadian zone. Centering attempt, nobody there to receive it. Down low, back behind the net. Ball took a weird bounce off of the Czech player's foot now. Picked up by Cohen Powell. Powell with it, looking for the outlet play. And he dumps it off, it's gonna go off for change. So Canada coaching staff, head coach Chris Sorobiak, a veteran of many world championships himself. As Canada rifles it into the Czech zone, assisted by John Silcox and Michael Dyke, GM Tyler Moore. Equipment manager Jocelyn Saccone. Czechs behind their own net for an outlet pass as their forwards finish getting the line change here. As always, be sure to get your live statistics on our brand new ISBHF app, available on the Google Play Store and the Apple iPhone Store. You can also get live scoring in effect on stats.isbhf.com. And while you're here, since you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and click that subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, we can start generating ad revenue through the YouTube partnership program. And since the ISBHF is a registered nonprofit, all those funds go right back in to help developing the game, grow the sport, as Canada now has it deep in the Czech zone. The center attempt was blocked. Intercepted by the Czechs, but goes onto a stick of a Canadian player, trying to get a shot off, blocked. Good job by the Czechs recovering. Long shot, blocked again. 2 good blocks. That was off the stick of the captain, Christensen. Down low. Canada center attempt. Ooh, bad rebound there by Fleischmann. Put that one in the danger zone right out in front of his crease. Turnaround effort. Fleischmann lets it go into the corner. Giving chase to Brady Schwinn. Back behind the net, over to Schwinn, back to the point to Christensen. Shot, score! An absolute bomb from the point. Canada goes up 2-0. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, he's got one of the best shots I've seen in this tournament. You see here on the replay, comes back to him and just an absolute laser beam. Fleischmann tracking the ball the whole way, and it just beats him glove side. Czechs now find themselves in an early hole. Down 2 to this powerful Canadian team, with a breakdown by Canada. Danacek it all alone. Pope checked away. Canada now back in the Czech zone. That defensive play was Roberto Palermo. Canada trying to wrap it around. Oh, bad turnover again. Shot saved Fleischmann. Czechs have got to start cleaning this up. Just can't have turnovers against good teams. You've heard me saying the last 2 weeks. Talent differential so small when you get to this level, and if you give the other team a little bit of help, boy, you're just making things more difficult for yourselves. As you see here at the play to Danacek, just an outstanding hustle play by Roberto Palermo, number 5 for Canada. Danacek, one of the best goal scorers for the Czech Republic, scored that memorable goal to give the U18s the gold medal 2 years ago in Liberec. Canada, the defending champions in the U20, they ended up blowing out Slovakia in Liberec in the U20 division, so they're looking to repeat. Czechs gain the zone, battle along the far board, sent up into the Czech zone, picked up by Morey. Morey wheeling and dealing. Back behind the net, center attempt. Not able to get that on net. Number 16, Brandon Gill, as the Czechs take it up. To the Canadian zone, long wrist shot swallowed up by Buck. Just kind of hold it on for the whistle, so we got a little bit of jostling here. Looks like Blair Scott taking exception to that. No penalty on the play, just a little bit of gamesmanship going on, right? You expect that at this level. Chance of Czechia breakout. Certainly more Czech fans in attendance than Canada, but I don't want to shortchange the Canadians that made the trip across the Atlantic here. Certainly a good contingent of Canadians in attendance. As Canada gains its own here. It's a great center attempt, score! Just like that! It's 3-0. Oh, what a pass by LaGrange. Right onto the stick of Andy Knight. And the Czech Republic looking shell-shocked down there. See it here on the replay. Nothing Fleischmann can do, just another defensive breakdown for the Czech Republic. Fleischmann with his stick out, trying to prevent the centering attempt, but just good hockey IQ by Andy Knight as the Czechs take a timeout. He saw Fleischmann put his stick out, just backed up a step to keep himself in scoring position, and perfect pass by LaGrange. And the Czech Republic here with 9:23 remaining in the first period. Facing a hill to climb, not a mountain yet, it's a hill. Make no mistake about that, Canada with all the momentum. Chance of Let's Go Canada breakout. Just about ready for the center floor draw here. The Czechs for this discussion about the strategy here and what to do. Back behind the net. Czechs on the forecheck, poke it up, try to send it back in. Now Moray with it. Moray passes it off over to Gill, sends it into the far corner. And we get a whistle here, as I believe the ball bounced up out of play. Face-off will come right here to the neutral zone. Czechs in their own zone. They gain the Canadian zone, try and drop it off, but again, well read. James Zasala, number 27. Played a fantastic tournament on defense for Canada. Had a memorable goal, if I recall, in Liberec. Remember that name, Zasala, against the United States. Czechs now, and it appears to be a 2-1-2, but gotta go back there. Gotta start applying pressure, right? Time is not on your side. Canada with the ball, dumps it in off the stick of Sakut. All the way into the Canadian zone, no forward, nothing plays. The Czechs go for a line change. Canada patient again behind the net. To the near corner, up along the boards. Chipped out, but intercepted by the Czechs. Good pinch, but they lose it now. Potential odd man rush. He's got Gill. Centering attempt. Pardon me, that's not Gill, that's Brandon Smith, who just made it 4-0 Canada on the redirect. I just got a feel for him. He's played so well all tournament, but look at that pass. It's right on the tape. Jake Mallory couldn't have put it in a better spot. And the Czechs will make the goaltending change. So in net, now number 38, Martin Kudelka. The hill has turned into a mountain. 3 is doable, but when you start talking about getting 4 back against a team like Canada, well, you got your work cut out for you. But Czechs walk in, shot blocked, rebound, save, Buck, save again. I was about to say the immortal words of Yogi Berra, it ain't over till it's over. Canada knows that, a lot of hockey left to be played. Czechs come away with it, back behind the net, wrap around attempt, stuffed. Onto the stick of Mallory, lobbed, and Canada's gonna go for a line change here. pulls off the stick of the Canadian player. Czechs trying to corral it up. Canada gains control. Good play by Gianluca Dos Santos. Back behind the net, comes all the way around, back to Dos Santos. Looking for some place to go with it. Robinson around the far boards. Czechs trying to walk it out in front, circle, get a shot on net. Dangerous play, save Buck. And no flooring, it's waved off. Long shot in on Buck, he's just gonna hold up for the whistle. Timeout, 4-0 Canada. All over the Czech Republic, they just have had no answers thus far. But again, a lot of hockey left to be played. Over to Morey, gains his own. Deflected to the corner. Back to Morey, long blast. Deflected, back behind the net. Canada still super aggressive on this forecheck, but hey, don't change it, right? It's working. You forced several turnovers that have turned directly into scoring chances, so good job by Chris Soroviak and his coaching staff telling his team to keep the foot on the gas. Go ahead and pull another John Madden for the day here. You don't want to let the opposing team climb back into it. Takes it back behind the net. Intercepted, center attempt, and just like that, the Czechs get one back. I gotta be honest, that's really the first mental mistake that I've seen Canada make in some time. Now, I'm an American, I don't have a horse in this race, I'm just a fan of great hockey. But for Matteo Rotondi, you can see it, he doesn't need anyone to tell him, he's just sitting with himself. But credit to the Czech Republic. I'm sure I have some Czech fans listening in English and don't want to take anything away from them. So we're going to get a video review here. Is that going to be a coach's challenge on the part of Soroviak? Just getting back to my point about the Czechs, I don't want to take anything away from them either. I want to try and call a fair and even game, even though I know I'm speaking primarily to a Canadian, North American audience here. When you get your opportunities, you got to capitalize, right? It really, when you boil hockey down to its most basic elements, right? Every team has scoring chances, and which teams come out on top, right? The ones that are able to finish. So for Matej Pavlicek, that's as easy a goal as you're going to get. Nothing Nicholas Muck could do. And folks, I apologize if I trip over my tongue here during this broadcast. I have been calling games since last week in the beautiful city of Hradec Králové for the U23 and U16. Called a lot of games, but I have kept the vocal cords in shape. Been focusing on staying hydrated, getting some good sleep. Beautiful hotels here in Moraine Králové and Poprad. Feel good, well rested, but I'm as human as the next man, as they say, right? So apologies if you hear me trip over my words. Been a long 2 weeks, but so happy and so privileged that the ISBHF has chosen me to give you the opportunity to have good play-by-play for these World Championships. I really want to extend a special thanks to ISBHF President and a Canadian, Mr. Elio Pascuzzo, along with my direct boss, David Tor, who resides just outside the city of Prague here in Central Europe in the Czech Republic. They have been an absolute joy to work for during my tenure here at the ISBHF, and I appreciate all the hard work that they put into these tournaments. I'll tell you, you'd be surprised how much it takes. The long hours, the long nights, the long phone calls, the meetings to put on World Championships. And credit as well to the Slovak Ball Hockey Union, as well as last week the Czech Ball Hockey Federation. I've really had nothing but positive feedback from all the fans and teams in attendance as Christensen and Danicek, the captains, wait for the final decision here. See referee-in-chief Jaroslav Mikula for Europe in red, behind him in white. And on the right, monitors referee-in-chief for North America, Michael Wabi, Toronto native like Mr. Elio Pascuzzo. I wish I had more information to give you about what the video review here is. I mean, Muck is the one that dislodged the net. Maybe the play they're saying is potentially offsides. I don't have access to the replays that Jaroslav Mikula and the referees are looking at. So, but whatever it is, I know they're going to get it right. Obviously, this is important. Based on my experience in hockey, folks, I got to think it's offsides. It can't be the net being dislodged because that was pretty obvious that was on Muck. So I imagine this is just an offsides review. Want to give a shout out to my friend Liz back home. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to seeing you when I get back home. Yellow light still blinking. Discussion is finished. So we're going to get an explanation and then the signal. Good goal. So Christensen will get an explanation here. I have been practicing my lip reading because at my ripe old age, I do have some hearing damage, so. Just trying to keep things light for you. I did see the referee say, when the ball crossed the line. So that had to be about the offsides. And just keeping it a little lighter for the kids back home. Don't listen to a lot of loud music. Take good care of your ears, kids. As the referee comes over to give an explanation to the Canadian coaching staff, they don't seem too upset about it. We are ready. So for the Czech Republic, you got to start somewhere, right? You're not going to get 4 at once. You just focus on what you can control. Do you the best you can for your 30 seconds that you're out there, right? Hope for good things, and that's what happened there. So you got 1. Still got a long way to go. As Canada is going to get whistled for a penalty here. Obvious trip right in front of the referee. I believe that was on number 7, David Stoltz. You should see it on the replay, but walking to the box is Roberto Palermo. Yeah, it's on Stoltz. Palermo went to get his stick there on the ball, and for the non-enthusiastic hockey fans at home that don't watch a lot of hockey, when it comes to penalties like tripping, it doesn't have to be intentional. You make a play on the ball, but if you cause the opposing player to fall like that, the referees are going to call it. Golden opportunity here for the Czechs. Cut it back to cut it to a 2-goal lead. Imagine they're going to look for this crisp passing and then the one-timer. Went down low, he goes, shot, St. Muck! Might have hit him in the mask. Back to the point. Walking in center floor, blocked. Chipped it back down low. Giving chase is David Sindelar. Back to the point. Walking it in at center floor, wrist shot, blocked, rebound. Can Canada get the clear? Rifles it up around the boards. Czechs able to keep it in, back down low. Player fanned on it, but number 16 for the Czech Republic able to keep it in. Danacek with it. Canada's got to keep an eye on him. He's got such a good knack for scoring goals. Czechs moving the ball back to the point. Just playing pitch and catch. Looking for a lane. Back down low to Danacek. Stops it with his foot. Doesn't have a shot here. But nonetheless decides to throw it on Buck. He's trying to go low pad, generate a rebound. Now it's good. It's the right decision. Justin Buck was ready for it. Able to catch that in his belly. There's the initial shot from earlier from Danacek. And there's Buck just going down. Holding strong on the post. Christensen with it, able to get the clear. 45 seconds left on the man advantage. Canada stacks the line. Czechs can gain the zone. Almost able to walk that one in. All alone was number 91, Philip Jaselski. Canada able to stick it away. Good job by Rotondi. Czechs gain the zone. Back to the point. The HUD gets set up. Makes the shot. Up centering attempt blocked. Canada unable to get the clear, able to walk this in, shot, save, rebound, loose, still loose, poke checked away. Christensen saves the day. 5 seconds left on the man advantage. A mass of bodies down there, referee right on top of it, now finally calls it dead as the penalty has expired, 5-on-5, so credit to Canada, killing the man advantage. Oh, the last sequence of events. Tondi saves the day. Actually, pardon me, it was Christensen that saved the day. Won by the Czechs. Quick shot, whistles wide. Poke jump up off the glass. Taken out Cummins. Drop pass. Canada in the zone. Back down to Cummins. Centering attempt. He's trying to hit Palermo. Unable to, but he corrals it back up to the point. Comes it in down low. Centering attempt shot just wide. Oh, Canada almost made it 5-1 off the stick of Morey. Nice cut towards the net there. Palermo blows it down, sends it back in down low. Czechs battling, come away with it. Get it out of the zone. They're going to go off for a line change and play wholesale. Dumps it in, intercepted by the Czechs. They look to regain the Canadian zone. And they're offsides. Referee was right there in perfect position. Canada corrals it. Up off the near boards. Long shot. Right into the breadbasket. Swallowed up by Kudelka. Faceoff will come out to his left. Good keep at the zone. Over to Sakud, back to Christensen, down to Sakud. Sakud looking for some action down here, sends it down low, back behind the net. Canada trying to keep it in the zone, but loses it. Cross floor pass, Czechs gain the Canadian zone. Pavlicek giving chase, Pavlicek wheeling and dealing. Pavlicek still with it. Throws it on net, turnaround effort, shot, save Buck, that was a big one, rebound, still loose, Buck! Closes the legs, and that's that. The referee is trying to get the players to let go here, and neither of them willing to give an inch. Hey, credit to Buck, sacrificing his body on that racket. Not an easy save to make. There's the initial one, trying to smother the rebound. Bertandi wasn't able to get good graphite on it. And then number 72 for the Czech Republic, Matthias Kalun, trying to go 5-ball there on Buck. Face-off won by Canada. Chopped up into the mesh netting zone, the face-off here with 3.3 seconds remaining. One last opportunity for the Czechs to try and get something going. Over on stats.isbhf.com. Nicholas Buck, 8 saves. Baron Fleischman, 3 saves. Martin Kudelka, 2 saves. So in total, 5 saves, 9 shots on net, 4 of those goals. For Buck, 8 saves, 9 total shots on net, 1 of those. Goal. That'll do it for the first period action. 10-minute break between periods. We'll see you back here for the start of the second. Canada 4-1. Just about ready for the start of the second period. Here in the final game of the 2025 World Junior Ball Hockey Championships. Poprad Ice Stadium, Canada, 4-1 over the Czech Republic. As they have it now in their zone. Looking for an outlet along the near boards. Sent in deep. Czechs gain control, but have it poke checked away out to the Canadian bench. So the face-off will come to the neutral zone. Face-off taken by the Canadians. Christensen has it and rifles it up into the mesh netting. So the face-off will come into the Canadian side of the neutral zone as that was not deflected. Oh, no, we're going to go center floor here. Canada takes the draw. Along the boards, and that's going to be a flooring call. So it'll come back down deep in the Canadian zone. Off the stick of Rotondi, but unable to connect with his forward. Looks like it was Kyle Morey who was trying to hit. Face-off taken by the Czechs. Shot blocked. Karams into the near corner. Trying to keep it in. Can't. Centering attempt. Morey gets a stick on it. Drops it off. Over to Gill. Back to Morey. Shot. Score! What a shot! Kyle Morey to make it 5-1 Canada. Glove side. See it here on the replay. got a piece of it, but absolute blistering, quick slap shot. Kyle Morey lets Canada regain the 4-goal advantage. You've heard me say it many times, people, right? You just can't give good teams any additional help. Turnovers like that just proven costly for the Czech Republic. Turnover again in the Czech zone. Overruns the ball. Shot. Whistles. Just past the left side. Canada regains possession. LaGrange with it. LaGrange wheeling and dealing back to the point. Back down to LaGrange. Down low. Sakut unable to corral it. Doing a good job on the forecheck on Patrick Cheesh. Back behind the net. Over to David Stolk. Long outlet. Deflected into the Canadian zone. The Czechs maintain possession. Don't have numbers here. Shot deflected in the near corner. Back behind the net, Stoltz loses his footing. Czechs players felt like that should have been a penalty. It's not. Lobbed out. That's going to be a flooring call. Face off all the way back down deep. So for the Czech Republic, you just can't make mistakes like that, right? I know I'm stating the obvious, pulling a Chris Collinsworth here, but man, you're down 4-1. You just got to have better ball possession skills. It's really as simple as that. But don't want to take anything away from Canada. When they're getting their opportunities, they're finishing, and that is absolutely the difference in this one thus far. From 5-1. Czechs back to the point. On net, Rister deflected, pops up over behind the net. Czechs with possession along the near boards. Back down low. Looking for a centering attempt. Got one. Save Muck. Wrist shot blocked. Out of play. Good pet save by Muck on that effort. Canada gets a line change here. Face off to the left of Muck. There you see the save. Canada takes control off the face-off. Back behind the net. Under the stick of Scott. Up to Powell. Back to Scott. Rattles it all the way around. Up by Morey, chipped out. Canada can't get out of the zone. Czechs now. Backhander right into the glove of Muck. He's going to hold on to that for a whistle. Taken by the Czech Republic. Back to the point. Wrist shot deflected. Right to the solar plexus of Muck. He just swallows it up. Seen the entire way. That's a good idea for the Czech Republic there. I mean, you had bodies crashing towards the net, right? Just try to get balls to the net, hope for a rebound. Muck doing a good job swallowing it up. Takes possession through the neutral zone. Lob pass in. Giving chases Gill. Down low. Czechs carry it out of the zone, trying to make a move. Matej Pavlicek goes all the way down low into the near corner. Pavlicek with it. Centering attempt blocked. Pavlicek back to the point. One-time attempt with that just whistled wide. Shot wide of the net to the far boards. Canada looking to come away with it. They can't. Czechs pick it up, but turn it over. Oh, now Canada turns it over. Drop pass down low. Czechs still in possession. One-timer blocked. Czechs still have it. Centering attempt. Trying to get something on net there. Shot. Blockered back behind the net by Buck. All the way back up to Jan Pavlik. And we get a whistle here. Ball's deflected. As Canada's going to go for a line change. Well, a couple of miscues there on the part of Canada and the Czech Republic. Face-off instructions. Draw. Back behind the net goes Canada. Rotondi. Far boards to Sakut. Oh, bounces up off his stick. Some weird bounce. Canada gains his own. Coming in all alone. Save! Andy Knight trying to go forehand, backhand, tuck it 5-hole. Credit to Kudelka. Closing the door. Walking it in back off the boards was LaGrange. Had it poke checked away. LaGrange with it, drops it off back down low. Knight leaves it for Sakut. Sakut back to the point. Sent in down low over to LaGrange. Wheeling Dillon along the near corner, back down low. Over to Lovett, trying to walk it out in front, can't, redirected, not there, and we get a whistle here. Penalties being called for holding by the far referee, and it's going to be against the Czech Republic. Trying to see the player, you want to see him on the screen there, that's number 77, Patrick Cheese. Off, taken back by Rotondi, over to Christensen, over to Rotondi, redirected, but not on net. Back to Rotondi, trade places with Christensen down low. Ball, bit of a skirmish there, ball squirted loose. Canada trying to walk it in, batted off the glass, picked up by Canada, back to the point, over to Christensen. Rotondi takes the shot. Down low, over to LaGrange, got Hill. Oh, over to Christensen, you look at the net, shot, save! Nice hard low clapper. Christensen picks it up, wheels. Back to the point to Rotondi. Over to Christensen. Down low. Christensen back down low. Christensen again, back to the point. All the way over to Rotondi. Oh, ball took a weird bounce there. Not sure what happened, but LaGrange maybe trying to kick it to himself. Canada centering it out in front, shot just wide on the backhand. Look at the net for Gill. Canada, 33 seconds left on the man advantage. Purse at the point, over to Rotondi. Down low to Sakut. Sakut looking for something. One-timer blocked. Czechs will be able to get the clear. With 20 seconds left, Canada's going to get a line change here all the way up. Picked up by Palermo, gains his own. He's got Sakut there with him. Over to Purse. Down low, check the Purse. Purse looking for a shooting lane, doesn't have one. Center attempt, shot, score! Reeves Sakut! Perfect pass, one-timer. 6-1 Canada. You just can't ask for a better feed. Right into the wheelhouse. Roberto Palermo just put it in the sweet spot. No chance for Martin Kudelka. Oh, the mountain just got a little steeper for the Czech Republic. 6-1 Canada. Czechs carrying it out, trying to get potential numbers on the play, dropped off, but a little too far for Cantor. He's got it back behind the net. Drops it off to Stolk. Stolk kept in. Nowhere to go with it. Falls down. Worked loose by Canada. Powell has it. High lob, potential numbers here for Canada, but poke checked away. Over to Peter Lehner. Lehner has it, rifles it in down low, all the way around the boards. Czechs hemmed in down low. Now they manage to take it. Trying to walk it out in front. Trying to get a stick on it. Shot! Save! Score! Second effort attempt. Don't know who got the goal. Have to see it on the replay. Number 7's leading the congratulations lines. Might be David Stolch. No, credit to the Czech Republic. I mean, that's what you got to do. Get balls to the net. Yeah, then Stolch going to get the goal. You see Rotondi there is just a little late getting into position. And we're going to redrop the center here. Canada with it in the zone. Christensen towards 7th floor to Lovick. Czechs come away with it. So Stolch on the goal, assisted by Lehner and Ruzicka. Czechs trying to regain the Canadian zone. They do, but intercepted by Rotondi. Dumps it in, goes off for a line change. Gonna get a fresh set of forwards out there. Czechs behind the net, 5:44 remaining. Pavlik, cross-court pass, they gain the zone. Trying to walk it in down deep, overruns the ball. Can they get it out of the zone? They do. Don't have numbers, but. I don't know what that whistle was for, but looks like we have a television timeout. Back to the action. Canada behind the net. Christensen rattles it all the way around. Taken by Stang. Got some speed. Stang looking for someone to give it to. Back to the point. Sent in back down low, but off of Stang's leg. Well, managed to chip it in. Keep the zone. Dumped into the far corner. Schwint doing battle for Canada. Taken by the Canadians. Centering attempt intercepted by the Czechs. Pavlicek gains his own. Trying to walk it out in front. Shot! Right into the breadbasket. Well, good bounce for Czech Republic there, but Pavlik unable to put it in the back of the net. It came right into his wheelhouse. 4:45 remaining. And I think we got another television timeout. TV timeout, ready for the draw, 4:45 remaining. Canada in control of this one, 6-2. Long shot, deflected, off the pipe! Buck lost track of it there. Centering attempt picked up by Canada. Czechs deflected into the zone. Goes back for it. It's Purse with it. Purse trying to advance it up to Gill. He does. Sent in deep. Dropped off. Sent it back down low off the side of the net. Canada now back behind the net. Centering attempt. Trickles all the way through the crease. That was Moray that threw it in front. Trying to get it back to Moray. They can't. And we're going to call, the far ref calls that. Not the near one. Pretty sure it's going to be tripping. Well, I stand corrected as usual. It's a hook. It's a second power play coming up here for the Czechs. Well, if you're Canada, I could appreciate why you might feel you have an argument against that, but the call's been made. Let's see what the Czechs can do here. Face-off taken by Canada behind the net. Czechs giving chase. Back to the point. Back to the point, down low. Over to the point. Walks it to center. Czech defender swap position down low. Might be getting set up for a one-timer here. Wrist shot, one buck. Save. Into the corner, and then never mental miscue on the part of the Czech Republic, and it cost them 15 seconds. Canada stacks the line. Czechs into the zone. Back to the point. Fakes the wrist shot, down low. Cross floor, but deflected. Good stick work by Jan Pilar for Canada. Pilar, poke checked away, he'll be able to get the clear. I'm sorry, my mistake. Brady Schwint, Jan Pilar is on the Czech Republic. The wrong sheet there, sorry. Czechs hustling after it. Christensen rifles it around. Czechs able to keep that in. Playing catch here at the point. Wrist shot blocked. Back to the Czechs. Another wrist shot, loose. Score! Czech Republic. Make it 6-3 on the rebound. Go to number 32, David Sendelar. See it here on the replay. There's the initial save, and then, you know, you got to get bounces, right? If you want to come home with hardware, that ball could have bounced anywhere. It's unfortunate for Canada. I mean, Christensen's in good position. It just bounced right on the stick of the Czech players. Nothing Canada could have done differently, right? That's just a bounce. They capitalized on it. Intercepted by the Czechs now, down low, shot, save Buck, swallows it up. Again, off the stick of Sindelar. Off one back by Cummins. Sent it deep to the Czech zone. And we get a flooring call. Well, Canada's upset about that. I feel like the player gave up on the play. Nope, call's been made, and heard me say it. I know you're tired of hearing me saying it, right? Hardest job in the tournament, folks, referees. Well, it's easy to criticize them, but on to the next play. That's all you can do. Shot, blocked. Back behind the net to Christensen. Canada chips it out. Czechs will win the foot race. Good hustle play by Matthias Kumpel. Shot blocked. Into the corner. Shot wide. Oh, Vanding on it. It's a Czech player on that shot attempt. Canada gains its own. Rotondi trying to get a redirect. Was redirected, but up into the glass. Oh, Knight! Shot score! Canada gets it back! A complete defensive breakdown on the part of the Czech Republic, and Andy Knight gives Canada the 4-goal lead again, 7-3. If you're the Czech Republic, I mean, you just got nobody to blame but yourselves there. I'm not sure what happened. Defenders staring at each other, but Andy Knight, top shelf, 7-3 Canada. Poke checked away, Canada comes away with it, Knight. Good poke check by Knight, down in the corner it goes. One-timer shot, waffled, off the stick of LaGrange. He gloves it down, but he's going to get whistled for a change of direction on that. So in ball hockey, for the fans who are not as familiar with the rules, you're allowed to close your hand around the ball. You just must bring it straight down in front of you in the direction that you're going. And on that play, the ref said LaGrange changed directions. That's why he blew it dead. 35 seconds left in the second period here. Canada back with a 4-goal lead, 7-3. Still battling down low. That's Gill with it. 13 seconds left, comes away with it. Centering attempt, redirected just over the net. Good job crashing net there by Cummins. 3 seconds left, one last shot on net. That one's blocked, goes up out of play with 0.9 seconds remaining. Knight's goal assisted by Gill and Morey. Last Czech Republic goal was Sendelar, assisted by Simonik and Polan. As the Czech players jostle with the Canadian player. All right, that'll do it for a second period. One more to go. Canada in cruise control, 7-3. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes.
All right, folks, I'm joined by Nick Stang, forward for the under-20 Canadian men, who lead Czechia 7-3 headed into the third period. Nick, one of the things I've noticed from your guys' game so far is winning a lot of the 50-50 balls this game so far. Is that part of the game plan coming into this one?
Yeah, 100%. When it's 50-50 balls, we got to be on there. We win every battle. We got to keep possession. Yeah.
Absolutely. So the Czechs turned the tides a little bit there at the end of the second period, scoring a power play goal, but Andy Knight with a huge goal to end the period there. What does that do for you guys?
Gives us the momentum right back. Ball's in the Czech court again. We got a big lead here, but we just got to keep low cycle, keep man on man, and yeah, keep doing everything.
Yep, still a lot of work to do. Good luck in the third period, man. Thanks for the interview. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Apologies there, folks. Forgot to press the mute button. But we are back. Start of the third. Canada in complete control of this one. Up 4 goals, 7-3. 15 minutes away from taking home the gold. Centering. Picked up by Cummins. Looks to gain the line. Can't. Intercepted. Czechs now with it. Drop it in down low. Trying to crash the net. Shot. Save up. Picked up by Christensen. Czechs trying to gain the zone. They chip it in. It's going to be intercepted by Christensen. Battle down low. Rotondi comes away with it. We get a whistle here as the ball's frozen. Well, some jostling after the play. Referee trying to separate Christensen, and it looks like Kalun for the Czech Republic. Well, you don't want to lose your cool now, boys and girls, right? Christensen, obviously the captain, so one of Canada's best players, a locker room leader, right? Gonna lead by example to take yourself out of the game. Rattled around on the near boards and just fired in harmless. Muck steered it to the near boards. Back down low, but it hit a Canadian player. So the face-off will come down low in the Canadian zone. To the left of Nicholas Muck. Well, now we've had a discussion with the referees, and they're saying it's outside the zone, and the Czech Republic does not have the zone, as Sakut and number 8, Matej Pavlicek, give each other the business. Czechs bench, keep it in. Pavlicek down low. Just trying to hit Pavlik. Both players get tangled up. Canada going to gain the line. Fire it in, Lagrange. Rifle that one in deep. Czech Republic still in the zone. Looking for something down low. Not there. Just trying to hit Pavlik, cutting to the net. Pavlik centering attempt. Read well by Canada, but Sakut can't poke check it out of the zone. Long wrist shot. Easy save from Muck. wrist shot wide. Canada's going to go off for a line change here. Battle down low. Czechs come away with it. Stoltz with it. Drops it off for Rajka. Up towards the point. Canada gets it out. Good hustle play by Jake Mallory. He's giving chase. Neither team able to come away with it with that battle of sticks going on down there. Centering attempt ended up on a stick of a Canadian somehow. Czechs managed to corral it. I have no idea how that ball bounced onto the stick of that Canadian player. I believe that was Mallory. Got the shot off. A weird bounce. Up here in the booth, it looked like it was coming towards me. Next thing I know, it's on a Canadians player stick. And that one is sent up into the bench. Face off down low in the Canadian zone with 11:40 remaining. One by the Czechs, shot, wide, rebound, scored! Czechs cut the lead to 3. Another one of those bounces, right? Just goes right to the opposing team, and you just got to give him credit. Put it right in the back of the net. Number 32, Sindelar, you see here on the replay, it just bounces right off the backboards. He doesn't have an angle, really. It's a very tight, very sharp angle, and he just finds a way to get it in the back of the net. You see it perfectly here. I mean, that ball couldn't have been more than 6 inches in front of the red line. This is a great play by a great player, right? You heard me say it many times over the last 2 weeks. World Championship caliber shooters here, and that's why they're on the national teams. Czechs gain the Canadian zone, trying to make a break towards the net. Written off the play by Christensen. Centering attempt all the way to the near corner. Another centering attempt far corner. Now the Czechs are going to go for a change, as Canada will get a change as well. Long outlet pass right on the tape of Stang. Stang looking to make something happen. Throws it on net, and it's brought down by Martin Kudelka. Face off, one back by Canada to the point. Sent it down low behind the net. Canadians have it. Wheeling and dealing along the near boards is Stang. Drops it off. Onto the stick of Schwinn. He sends it in down low. Still battling along the near boards. Mallory trying to come away with it. Pardon me, not Mallory, DeSantis. Center attempt, Czechs, good look at the net. Right into the glove of Nicholas Muck. Holds on to it for the whistle. Well, if you're Canada, right, got to try and limit those. Trying to go top shelf, but Muck took out the angle by taking out that extra step. Czechs come away with it. Wrist shot. Off the back glass, shot scored, Czechs make it a 2-goal lead. Same as the last one, not a lot of room to put that in the back of the net, and the shooter, I believe it's going to be Kalou, just found the angle. It's just a great shot, right? They've heard me say it many times. I got to say it again. Look at it. That's just really good hockey right there. A right-handed shot from that angle. You just got to tip your cap. Canada now protecting a 2-goal lead with 10 minutes remaining. As we get a whistle for flooring, the faceoff will come down deep into the Czech zone. Well, give credit where credit is due to Czech Republic. They have not rolled over and played dead. I mean, they're kicking, scratching, clawing, doing whatever they can to try and even this one up. Canada knows they're going to have to work to take home this gold medal. Draw, back to Christensen, shot, wide, back behind the net. Canada with space, walking it out, shot. I believe the netminder got a piece of that. He did, went up into the mesh netting, so the faceoff will remain in the Czech zone. Good job by Kudelka holding the post. By Canada, wrist shot off the glove up into the mesh netting, face off and stayed out low. Ready for the draw. Draw, Czechs take it. Rolls off a stick into the Canadian zone. Taken by Scott. Sends it back behind the net. Back up to Scott. Near boards over to Mallory. Carry this and dump it into the Czech zone, but up into the mesh netting, so the faceoff will come into the neutral zone. Canadians with it off the draw. Canada still trying to find an outlet here. Czechs aggressive on the forecheck. Canada needs to be careful. Well, it's a turnover. Shot Danacek wide. Goes right to the stick of a Czech player. Trying to wheel and deal. Shot, save, rebound, score! It's a one-goal game. Can you believe it? What a play by Sindelar. Got his own rebound and just went top shelf over the pad of Muck. Muck, the initial save. This Canadian defense just not able to take a body there. What a hockey game, 13 goals. Boy, you can't ask for much more excitement than this. Canada has it intercepted. Now the Czechs, long shot, deflected wide in the corner. Momentum now with the Czech Republic. Near corner, looking for a pass, nothing doing. Working it towards the net. Embodied off the play by Rotondi. Good position here. And Buck just gets a glove on it as Rotondi goes down. .52 remaining, 7-6 Canada. 13 goals in a gold medal game. Well, I can't remember the last time I saw 13 goals in a gold medal game at any level. Juniors, men's, women's, juniors, masters. Back to the point, shot, save, Muck, that was a big one. Thaddeus Cantor with an outstanding look at the net. I mean, even legends, right? We will have one Legends World Championship, but still 13 goals. And this might be an ISBHF record. Pass. Czechs corral it, centering attempt. Taken by Rotondi, back behind the net. He's going to pass it off to Christensen. And it's going to be a flooring call. So just heading over to stats.isbhf.com, I mean, it was 7-3. Czechs have scored their last 3 goals. Sindelar, that gives him the hat trick. Actually has 4 points on the day. Last goal assisted by Danacek. Before that, Kalun from Sindelar, Sindelar from Lionel. Canada now looking to carry it out of the zone. Sakut picks it up. Waiting for Canada to execute a line change. Hemmed in along the boards. Czechs come away with it. Trying to stick the line on zone is Danacek. Back to his defense. Chance of Chesko breakout as that one is wrist shot it up into the mesh netting. 6:38 remaining. Boy, I tell you, there's a different vibe on the Canadian bench right now. Head coach Chris Sorobiak trying to rally the troops, got a TV timeout. Just checking stats website here. Nicholas Mook, 21 saves on 27 shots for the Czech netminders. 12 combined saves on 19 shots. As Czechs and Canadians battle, the ball goes into the Czech zone. Czechs come away with it. Pavlik with it, tries to throw it in, but intercepted by Canada. In the Czech zone, back up along the boards, over to Pavlik. Near towards center floor, dumped in. A couple of Czech players going off for a change. And that one is sent out of play. We're going to face off down here in the Canadian zone. 5:52 remaining. Canada now trying to hold on and fight off a furious Czech comeback. What a way to finish the World Juniors here, I'll tell you. Face off, poked towards Muck, but then poke check to the side, back to the point, shot deflected wide off the back of the net. Canada comes away with it, and outlet pass is going to be a flooring, unable to connect with the range. It was number 23, Ryland Purse. Czechs able to keep that in. Sent down into the corner. Palermo rattles it up. Kept in by Danacek. He's got a cannon. Turns and fires wide. Long wrist shot. Held by Muck for the whistle. 5:17 remaining. What a strange hockey game, boys and girls, I gotta tell you. Seen a lot of great games over the years, but see a team just continue battling back like this in the gold medal game after being down 4 twice. Just gotta give credit to the Czech Republic. Don't quit them. Face off. Taken by the Czechs now. Wide. Picked up by Canada, dumped out. Ori give it chase. Czechs pick it up. Dumped into the Czech zone. Cummins with it. Back to Christensen. Czechs super aggressive on the forecheck now. Kept in by the Czechs. Gotta be careful here. Shot, gloved down by Muck. Rebound, picked up by Canada. Rotondi with it. Cross-floor pass over to Gill. Canada getting the line change behind the scenes. Czechs to take control. Up to center floor. Chipped in, near corner. All the way into the center floor. Lovett has it. Lovett throws it towards the net. Intercepted. Chipped out towards the far boards. Czech player trying to make a move. Loses the stick, but slides. Managed to keep it in the zone. Shot. Bad save. Rebound. I don't know that Buck got a piece of that, but ended up coming all the way out to the near boards. Now a battle. Czechs trying to come away with it. Players losing their footing left and right. Chipped in. All the way out, that's going to be a flooring. Face-off will come down deep. .336 remaining. Christensen talking to the ref, asking for some sort of explanation here. As one of the Czech players' sticks is on the far side of the floor. Ref runs over to hand it back. And we're ready for the draw. Face off, picked up by Canada, trying to stick handle out of the zone. They do, taken by Danacek. Centering attempt, it's good, on net. Oh, it did miss by much, just over the crossbar. Czechs gain control. Danacek trying to wheel and deal. Tripped up. Czechs going to go on a power play. And Canada can't believe it. 3:15 remaining in the game. What can we see here on the replay? Danacek making a move, and yeah, there it is. It's going to be on the captain, Christensen. Like I said earlier, folks, it doesn't need to be intentional. I mean, he's obviously going to play the ball, but he got Danacek's foot, and you just don't want to lose Christensen on the man advantage, right? It's got to be tough for Canada. For the Czechs, I mean, this is it. This is your golden, diamond, and platinum opportunity here. But now the penalty is being called on the Czechs for a high stick. And the Czechs can't believe it. Oh my goodness. The Czech bench in disbelief. Penalty on number 87, Peter Lehner. Chance of you can't do that breakout. I mean, yeah, you can see it. That's a penalty, right? It's just the same thing as tripping, and you got to be in control of your stick at all times. It doesn't need to be intentional. I mean, hit the Canadian player in the head. So now 4-on-4. There is a 8-second differential between the power plays, so Canada will be on the main advantage if this ends up being negated. Centering attempt over to Morey. Gains his own, but not hard enough. Czechs trying to flip it up. Danacek trying to walk it in. He does. Shot, score! Danacek ties the game. Are you kidding me? What a play by Danacek. Top shelf over the blocker. It's just all hustle. Wow. What a hockey game. Marek Danacek, the hero from 2 years ago in Liberec, the U18 division, knots it up in 7 versus Canada for the Czech Republic. Centering attempt. What does Canada have now in the tank? Rotondi chipping it forward for Lagrange. Goes towards the net. Lagrange with it. Trying to wheel and deal towards the net. Lagrange trying to get a backhander off. Goes forehand. Trying to wheel and deal still. Poke took away. Throws it cross floor over to Rotondi. Rotondi with it. Rotondi now with the lane towards the net. Matteo Rotondi shot, whistles wide. Up towards the boards. Picked up by Pavlicek. Pavlicek all by himself. Waiting for some help. Trying to make a move. Poke checked away. Pavlicek, turnaround shot blocked. Regains control. Shot blocked by Rotondi. Chip towards the boards by Cummins. And then out towards center floor. Czechs trying to walk it in. Shot blocked to the corner. Minute 22 remaining. Canada out of the box, so they have a man advantage now. Shot deflected over to the bench netting. Faceoff will stay down low. So it's a man advantage for 3 seconds. So take that for what it's worth. Face-off, taken by Canada, all even. Canada lobs it across floor, over to Christensen, bats it in down low. Sakut on the forecheck. Whistle here. Flooring will come back down low. Czechs send it up to the near boards, trying to walk it out is Danacek. Danacek can't get in the line, he's offsides, got to come back. Offsides. The referee was right there. Oh, Danacek's arguing, but he's going to lose that one. I got to tell you, just as a fan of the sport of ball hockey, this is one of the most incredible hockey games I've ever seen. A friend of mine just messaged me and said, this game is bonkers. I said, bonkers like nobody's business as ball goes up out of play. I'm racking my brain trying to think the last time a team came back down 4 in a gold medal game. I just can't think of it. I mean, I know Slovakia came back against Canada, I think it was 2017, but I don't think they were down 4, I think it was 3. Just a wild affair here. Poprad, 9.9 seconds left. Face off. Oh, we're gonna get a whistle, 8.2 seconds left. Czechs trying to win it back to Danacek so that he can just get something on net here. Arguably their best goal scorer. Although the hot stick today, right, belongs to number 32. Face off back to Danacek, shot off the back of the glass over the crossbar. Czechs might have one more opportunity if they get it on net. Long shot, pad save! To overtime we go. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, 10-minute break, and then we'll be back for the start of the overtime period. We'll see you back. What a game, boys and girls. You just can't ask for more drama than this, as the teams will change zones here. 15-minute overtime, then we go to a 5-man shootout. If tied after a 5-man shootout, it will just continue until a winner is declared. Unbelievable high drama here in Pope Red as Canada breaks in. Oh, shot score! Seconds into overtime, Andy Knight becomes the hero for Canada as they take home the gold medal, 8-7 over the Czech Republic after the Czech Republic came back from a 4-goal deficit. Unbelievable. Canada celebrating. Czech netminder still in his crease. 2 Czech defenders down on the floor. Just what a scene. What a scene. Andy Knight gets the hat trick. 7 seconds into overtime. On an outstanding individual effort. Reminded of that old expression, when the lights shine the brightest, that's when you need your brightest to step up. And Andy Knight, incredible individual effort. Incredible individual effort. Split the defense, came in, and just rifled a wrist shot. I believe it was short side. Might have been 5-hole. Hard to tell from my angle. Hopefully we'll get a replay look at it. But what a hockey game. 8-7. Certainly a record for the most goals scored in a gold medal game at any level in ISBHF World Championship. Canadian fans going absolutely bonkers up in the stands. I gotta tip my cap to the Czech Republic. I mean, really, just a lot of teams might have folded down 4 goals twice in the same game, right? It was 4-0, then 7-3, and there was just no quitting these boys. Just no quitting them. And I said it in the in the women's gold medal game. I'll say it again here. Silver hurts when you're standing there at the line, but if you get back home, you're gonna feel pretty good about taking home silver. So we will have the ceremonies now as President Elio Pescuzzo is out there. Sean Price, black for Canada, Miroslav Dragun representing the Slovak Ball Hockey Union. Andrej Bužec in the blazer on your left representing the Czech Ball Hockey Federation. Glad you tuned in. I mean, wow. If there was ever a game that's just a wow.
The best player of Team Czechia is player number 32, David Schindler.
So for the Czech Republic, player of the game, no surprise there, he had a hat trick himself, David Schindler. 4 points on the day. He's presented player of the game by President there, Andrej Bužec. Congratulations being offered to this outstanding young man. Just played the game of his life.
The best player of Team Canada is player number 91, Kyle Morey.
So for Canada, player of the game, number 91, Kyle Morey.
Team Canada is player number 91, Kyle Morey.
Morey with 4 points on the day, 2 goals. 2 assists. And he was all over the floor. I mean, there's what can you say, right? You need your big players to step up in big games, and that's exactly what happened here. So glad I was able to call this game for you good folks back home. Believe me, I'm as stunned as you are at how this transpired, and not often at a loss for words here, but I mean, what can I possibly say? I mean, you saw it for yourselves.
The referees of this game were Jason Baker and Wojciech Filipiec.
They're going to award the referees their presentations for making it to the gold medal game. Congratulations to them. Watching the replay here on my phone, it's just a great outlet pass. And it's a good outlet pass and just right on the tape of Knight. He made no mistake about it.
Winner is the player from Team Slovakia, number 61, Sebastian Pavlák, who led the team with his sportsmanship and leadership. Víťazom sa stal hráč z týmu Slovenska s číslom 61, Sebastian Pavlák, ktorý vedol svoj výrok svojim športovým konaním a vedením týmu.
So I'm looking at the replay. It was 5-hole, in case you're wondering. Just, again, an outstanding individual effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now announce the best players of the tournament. Dámy a páni, teraz vyhlasíme najlepších hráčov turnaja. The best goalkeeper is from Team Canada, player number 35, Anthony.
So best goalkeeper goes to number 35, Nicholas Book. Congratulations. Outstanding all tournament.
The best defenseman is from Team Canada, player number 7, Justice Christensen.
Best defenseman for Canada, number 7, Justice Christensen, the captain. No shock there. Certainly would have had my vote.
The best forward is from Team Czechia, player number 32, David Šindelář.
Best forward goes to number 32 for the Czech Republic, David Sindelar. Again, no argument here. I mean, the guy puts up a hat trick in the finals. What more can you do, right?
The best scorer is from Team Czechia, player number 32, David Šindelář.
So Sandelar gets a second award for top scorer. Young man has a very bright future ahead of him.
The most valuable player is from Team Canada, player number 16, Brandon Gill.
And the most valuable player goes to number 16, Brandon Gill for Canada. Congratulations. So they'll go ahead and line up for a photograph here. Round of applause from all the fans in attendance.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now announce the all-star team of the tournament.
Now all-star team.
All-star team turnaja. The goalkeeper is from Team Slovakia, number 32, Adam Kondrad.
Goalkeeper from Slovakia, Adam Kondrad, makes the all-star team.
The defensemen are player from Team Czechia, number 5, Radek Vidlidal.
From the Czech Republic, Radek Vilodal.
The second defender is from Team Canada, player number 5, Roberto Palermo.
And from Canada, number 5, Roberto Palermo.
The best player of Team Canada is player number 5, Roberto Palermo. The forwards are player from Team Switzerland, number 9, Valentino Siofo.
From Switzerland, Rafi Siofo. He was outstanding for that team. I know they didn't have a lot of success this week, but that kid was all over the floor.
Number 38, Jan Šafka.
For Slovakia, 38, Jan Čeka.
And player from Team Czechia, number 8, Matej Pavlíček.
And from the Czech Republic, number 8, Matej Pavlíček. So go ahead and line up for a photo here. Congratulations. Something you're going to take home and cherish for the rest of your life. It's nice to be nominated and win an award at a world championship.
The team finishes at second place in 2025.
So now they will hand out the silver medals to the Czech Republic. After that, it'll be the gold to Canada, and then the gold medal presentation, or pardon me, the trophy presentation to Team Canada. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Got to get back down there and take care of some duties in my role as ISBHF Promotions Director. I have been your play-by-play announcer, Chris Volkanowicz. Folks, I really appreciate you tuning in the last 2 weeks. It's been an absolute honor and a privilege. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Again, thanks to the Czech Ball Hockey Federation, the Slovak Ball Hockey Union, all the volunteers, both cities that just made this tremendous for me and the rest of the ISBHF family. Look forward to seeing you at our next World Championships. Will be the Masters 35 and over, taking place in Bermuda. Same week, the Women's Masters will take place in Bratislava here in Slovakia. I will be in Bermuda doing play-by-play for you. Very much look forward to seeing you there in November. Thanks again for joining us. Everybody have a good night back home. Congratulations again to Team Canada on the gold medal, the Czech Republic taking home silver. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in. Wouldn't be here without you, the fans at home. Take care.
The 2025 ISBHF Under-20 Men World Junior Championships champion is Team Canada. Víťazom majstrovstiev sveta juniorov ISBHF 20 Team Canada. We ask them to accept their medals. Prosíme tým, aby si prišiel pre medailu. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the winning team Canada. Dámy a páni, prosím, postaňte za zne štátna hymna víťazného týmu Kanady. We ask the captain of Team Canada, Justin Christensen, to accept their trophy.
Thank you.